Every time you eat a McDonald's crispy chicken sandwich, you're on a journey. And your fingertips are just glistening. Tender lunch break souvenirs. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
With DirecTV, I can get live TV and on demand together. Football, housewives. Football, housewives. Football, housewives.
Whoops.
Oh, no.
The housewives are on the field. I repeat, the housewives are on the field.
I just want to talk!
Who flips the table?
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the app.
Gio Santillán is fighting here in his hometown, but it's turned into a tough task against the 19-0-2 Julio Luna. Look at the total punches through 5 rounds, a 108-91 connect advantage for Luna.
We got a long way to go in this fight, fellas.
Sure do. Good pace early on here in round 6.
The pace that these guys have fought at has probably been about 8 rounds worth of boxing, and they got another 5 to go.
That's a good way to describe it. Right? They've extended themselves. You can see some blood around the mouth and abrasion on the right cheek of Luna. You mentioned the pace. There are the punches landed per round. So no slow start. They go right away. First round, 20 apiece.
And I don't think it's going to change on the back half of this fight. The pace is slowing slightly as the fighters need to get a second win and regroup, but heavy punches are still landing.
Guess who's in a good rhythm right now? Luna. His last round, I thought he had a good round. Last round, I think this round he's starting off well. Giovanni Santillán has slowed down drastically, getting picked off with uppercuts and straight shots like that. There's no feints, there's no change in the way he's coming in. So Luna recognizes that and he's making him pay.
And Luna's also found out that he doesn't have to throw the punch hard, he's just sticking it out. I've got the reach if I'm just sticking it out. And Santillán's running right into it, and Luna's piling up points.
No head movement from Santillán, no feints, nothing to change up his rhythm. Luna has caught on to Santillán's rhythm.
Luna's 3 inches taller and has a 5-inch reach advantage. We have seen that with that long left uppercut. That was his signature punch that landed in the 4th round.
Santillán has lost his creativity as a boxer trying to be the puncher. He can still be the puncher. Add that to your game, but don't lose your creativity. You still have to be creative to set the big punch up.
Not just rush in there head first. And that's what Santillán is getting accustomed to.
Let's go.
It's like Luna can't miss every time he let his hands go.
Even with that separation right there with the right hand. 2 other guys that often hit the target. Coming up in our title fight, Eduardo Baez against the world champion, Emanuel Navarrete.
Siempre que hay 2 mexicanos en el ring es un espectáculo garantizado y yo creo que esto se va a ir por nocaut sí o sí.
Nosotros vinimos convencidos de que vamos a ganar porque no todos los días se nos ofrece una oportunidad por ir por un título del mundo y por eso nos vamos a llevar este título. Sabemos que vamos contra un gran campeón que se le respeta abajo del ring, pero arriba del ring pues nos vamos a pegar una desconocida.
Obviamente cuando hablamos de un mexicano pues sabemos que son peleadores que no se caen tan fácil, entonces creo que va a venir muy fuerte, muy aguerrido y con mucho ánimo para llevarse el título.
Privilegio que él tiene de pegar duro lo hace cometer errores, ¿no? Y vamos a aprovechar esos errores para hacerle daño y llevarnos la victoria.
Después de estar mucho tiempo fuera del ring, estoy muy contento y muy motivado, entonces el ganarle a Baez de una manera contundente estaría diciendo que estoy de regreso nuevamente.
Well, those scenes face-to-face, saw it at the final press conference, saw it at the weigh-in yesterday. A weigh-in that came with a little bit of controversy as the team with Eduardo Baez thought that Navarrete was a bit protected, had a quick trip to the scale. He couldn't make it the first go-around. Dropped his drawers, got back out there, and it was just a quick wave. Yeah, he's good, 126. They didn't like that too much. And now a good pace here to open up round 7, scheduled for 10 of our co-feature. Going to be very interesting to see how the judges have this fight to this point with Santillan and Luna.
Santillan now getting back to work.
He is.
Seeing a sense of urgency in his game. The last 2 rounds work. I would say winnable rounds for him, but he's coming on strong in this round.
Luna doesn't seem to mind those spurts from Santillan. He's aware of the clock. He knows it's the first minute. It's not the last thing the judges are going to see. It's the first thing. So Luna's going to try to close this round out so he can win the round. And Santillan's going to be a little winded as well. So Luna's got a little bit more of a method to the madness than what it may seem like on the surface. But this is a good start for Santillan in this round.
Gio pushing off, creating some space, trying to get that left hand in there. 2 shots to the body. Luna comes underneath with a right hand to the body of his own, and then separation comes with a left uppercut.
No clinching, no clinching. Step back, break. 2 step back, real quick. Let's go.
I mean, have you seen the jab? I mean, I'm looking for some jabs to set up some offense. Oh, another cut right there, probably from a head clash.
I think it was another head clash.
This is in a worse position, though.
The spot you don't want to get cut in a professional prize fight.
See it wrapped around that right eye.
Step. Let's go.
Some may wonder why.
Cut. Right eye. Go.
And you could hear the referee and commission confirming there's a clash of heads.
Wait, did he? Did Santillan just told him it was the head button?
Santillan told him what to confirm.
Luna says, let's do this.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
A practiced spicy crispy chicken sandwich eater knows. Keep one hand on the sandwich and one hand on the drink. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Time to turn this unruly bunch into a finely honed fighting force.
Kaboom! So allow you to ruthlessly exploit us.
Welcome to the concept of a job.
FX's Archer premieres August 24th on FXX. Stream on Hulu.
Eduardo Baez, the 27-year-old, 21 wins into his career that earned this title shot, coming up with a majority decision over Jose Vives, a fight that we called back on March 26th. And now he's in with the toughest fight of his career against Emanuel Navarrete. And for tonight only, new customers can make a $5 bet on the main event, the title fight with Navarrete and Baez. Win $100 in free bets no matter the outcome. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up now with promo code ROPES. Round 8 scheduled for 10. Again, Gio Santillan initiated a clash of heads that caused the cut. This much worse as you see him pawing at his right eye as blood is already streaming down early in round 8. And look at that cut over the right eye. Bernardo.
I spoke with Al Gamez. He said, look, it's actually pretty bad. It's over the entire eyelid. I says it's probably around 10 stitches. I'm trying to keep it under control. I think I can do a good job of it.
That's a bad one when it makes that crescent, Dre, right on the eyelid.
Yeah, but the problem is the referee said that it was a cut. That's the first thing he said. Santillan then turned to the ref and said, oh, it was a headbutt. The referee took his advice and then yelled out it was a headbutt. But the referee never said if it was accidental or intentional. He has to make a ruling just in case this fight is stopped. Not sure what's going on.
Now the pace picks up here halfway through round number 8. Obviously, if you're Santillan, you understand the urgency of dealing with that cut on the right eye.
Yeah, but I think it's more than urgency. I think Santillan, he's stuck in a hard place, a rock in a hard place test. And I say that because he's 30 years old. This is his 30th professional fight. He's not even rated in the top 10 for the welterweight division. He's trying to impress. He's trying to get a shot at a world championship in the welterweight division, or just be ranked to possibly fight for a world championship. So he's fighting as hard as he possibly can right
now. In terms of the confusion with the headbutt, initially Jerry Cantu called it a punch, but then the commission reviewed it on replay, and it has now been ruled an accidental headbutt.
Accidental clash of heads. So obviously, if the fight is stopped because of that, we would go to the cards and get a truncated technical decision.
Let's go, come on, let's go. Break, let's go.
Look at these exchanges. Belly to belly. Uppercuts on the inside. Mixing in some body work. Santillan and Luna digging in here in the final half minute of round 8. Left uppercut again from Luna. That has been his best work throughout the night.
At this stage in the fight, want to fight that kind of fight, it's time to eat. You got to just get yours more than your opponent is getting his.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
Hitting the road? Not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more highway miles with 5G than Verizon. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
Pacifico is a crisp golden lager, brewed for those who know. It's what's behind a label.
Look at that gash above the right eye of Gio Santillan, the undefeated fighter who's trying to stay that way. As Cutman Algamez loads it up with the adrenaline and the grease. It was very interesting, Dre, because Dr. Michael Riccardi came up afterwards, after that round. He said, I got to take a look at that thing. But I like what the Cutman did. He turned him and said, listen, I got it. I can control this.
The Cutman did his job, but the doctor still has to do his job. He still has to overrule the Cutman and say, no, let me look at the cut. But good job by the corner.
Luna with a 190 to 156 connect advantage. He's also thrown 120 more punches. Best work came early for each man. Third round, the body shots from Santillan. Fourth round, the left uppercut from Luna. Clash of heads that opened up the cut came in the 7th round. There was a clash earlier. It's the side of the head, but the bad clash came in the 7th round to get that right eye.
If I'm Luna, if I'm in Luna's corner, I'm telling Luna to hit that eye. Hit that eye, aim for the eye. And when you get in close, you put your head on the side where that damage is, on the eye.
Luna trying to draw Santillan in. Sometimes perception looks like reality. Luna did that as if to say, give me the fight that I want. Santillan's been the one pressing, but Luna wants to get him right where he wants to get him to try to land those uppercuts that he likes to throw.
First time that Luna has fought outside of Mexico. This is U.S. debut, 6-year pro. He's without his father, who's his lead trainer. There was a visa problem. He's put forth a very good effort against the hometown favorite, Gio Santillán. Another clash.
That head clash was right on that eye.
Southpaw versus orthodox. There's a straight left hand from Gio Santillán as Luna was backing up. Here's the clash that we just saw. Forehead to forehead.
It's really time to fight test for both guys. Try to put themselves in the best position. We don't know what those scorecards are going to read. We're in Santillán's hometown. Luna's put up a good fight, but we don't know how many rounds the judges are giving him. It's time to fight for both guys to try to dominate the rest this last 50 seconds of this round and to close it out in the 10.
Power punch connects are close, Timmy. 133 to 137, just a slight edge to Luna.
Look, right now, I like what I'm seeing from Santillán now. Now he's back, he's thinking. He has turned the tide a bit. He's not just rushing in there. He's having Luna having to think and rush his time and rush his attacks.
Much better rounds. He absolutely was rushing things very early on in this fight. That's how he came out.
See, nice spurts, boom, 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 get in, and then he's getting out.
Easier for the judges to score, though.
Exactly. Love the adjustment by Santillán.
So a good 9th round for the hometown guy. He'll have 3 minutes to try to bring it home.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
Choosing T-Mobile is like expecting this, but getting that. And so much more, like Netflix on us. And benefits that add up to more than $225 in value each month.
Cracked windshield? Don't wait. Go to safelight.com. You can schedule service in just a few clicks. It's so easy. And more customers today are relying on their car's advanced safety features, like automatic emergency braking and lane departure warning. That's why our recalibration service is state-of-the-art. We recalibrate your vehicle's camera so you can still count on those safety features.
You ready?
Well, this should be interesting to see how it plays out. 10th and final round of what's been a highly entertaining co-feature between Gio Santillán and Julio Luna before we get to our world title main event with Navarrete and Baez. And Santillán has been fighting with that gash over the right eye since halfway through the 7th round.
And he's doing his best right now to take care of that eye. He's not just rushing in anymore. Now he's starting to box. Starting to show a different dimension in these last rounds.
See the punches by round. Luna with a 195 to 169 connect advantage. That last round seemed clearly a Santillán round. Luna gets backed up there.
See, Santillán can get clean shots like that. When he does switch up the attack, you come the same way. Luna's been around long enough. He can see that. And he's going to catch you in between that plotting style that Santillán has adopted. That's the way Santillán needs to fight to close this fight out. And I feel he should be even more aggressive because you don't know what's on the scorecard.
Luna trying to step on the lead foot of Santillán. Trying to get him off balance. In hopes to land a shot and create a knockdown. Some good action right here.
Sure is.
Wow. Santillán is dominating the outside foot position. That's what you want to do when you're facing an orthodox fighter against a southpaw. That's why he's getting off 2, 3, 4-piece combinations. Great positioning.
Good stuff here in the final half minute of the fight.
Santillan was hurt from the body shot from Luna in that sequence right there.
Was fun, wasn't it?
Good fight.
10 solid rounds. Great effort from both men. Santillan had to fight through the bad cut. We will see if he comes out the victor here in his hometown. We'll hear from the judges in a moment. Our title fight is coming up with Emanuel Navarrete. And the locker room shots are brought to you by Advance Auto Parts, the Advance Look Cam. Boy, time and again, we have been broadcasting Navarrete fights. He is always entertaining with his activity and that non-conforming style of just being off platform and being able to throw power shots from any angle.
That style's not supposed to work at the highest level. You're not supposed to win championships and defend those championships. But this man, Emanuel Navarrete, has broken that code, created his own lane, and thus far, it's worked.
Now, let's get you up to speed on the big news that happened in the Middle East earlier today in the sport. It was the heavyweight title rematch, Timmy, between Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua. And Usyk won by split decision to stay undefeated and retain his 3 heavyweight titles.
You know, Joshua fought the best that I've seen him in some time now. But Usyk showed tremendous skill, tremendous heart and conditioning, you know, out-punching Joshua for the most part. I thought Usyk was going to knock him out, but Joshua came, he was ready. I thought Robert Garcia did a good job with him in training him and molding him. You know, he was plotting forward. He was trying to be the aggressor, but it just wasn't enough.
So now everybody wants to know, will we have a fight for undisputed heavyweight supremacy? Alexander Usyk, after his win today, said, I'm sure Tyson Fury's not retired. I'm convinced he wants to fight me. I want to fight him. If I'm not fighting Tyson Fury, I am not fighting at all. Mark Kriegel, you have an update.
Mauricio Suleiman just tweeted that Fury has until August 26th. That's his deadline to say if he is indeed retired or not. As I told you earlier in the broadcast, Bob Arum thinks this deal won't be a problem. Usyk's a promotional free agent.
Fury Usyk. Could see that in early 2023. Let's get the decision here in our co-feature with Mark Chino.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds here inside Pechanga Arena, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Robert Hoyle scores the bout 96-94. Rudy Barragan and Alejandro Rochin both score the bout 100-90. For your winner by unanimous decision, Giovanni Gallo de
I'm sorry.
Santillan.
Did I hear that 2 judges had this 100-90?
That's exactly what we heard. 100. Okay.
Now hold on a second. In the 4th round, I'm just going to pick one round here randomly. In the 4th round, Julio, and good for Giovanni Santillan to be tough and to fight through the cut and to put forth the effort and to come out the winner here to go to 30-0. But let me just pick one random round. In the 4th round, Julio Luna had a 28-16 connect advantage, including probably the most flush punch landed of the entire fight, the left uppercut that did damage. There is no possible way you could score that fight 100-90 and 2 judges did.
Not conceivable. Not if you're watching the same fight we watch.
I don't have a problem with Santillan winning the fight.
Not at all, no.
But those scores were all over the map. As, by the way, there was a score earlier today from a credible world-class judge in our heavyweight fight that somehow made that a split decision. I don't know one credible observer of the sport that had it close to being Anthony Joshua 115-113. Usyk was your winner. All right, we are ready for our featherweight title fight. You're smirking, you're laughing, because I know you think the same way I think when it comes to this. Emanuel Navarrete, he is the rule breaker of the sport, but he is fun to watch with the way he goes about it. Timmy, take us into the film lab.
Let's check this out. This is what Emanuel Navarrete, this is what he puts forth. Drop that, baby. This man right here, he is the high guard killer. You see the high guard right there? Look at how many punches seriously, the man that's in front of him is basically a human piñata. 14 punches right there in a matter of, what, 5 seconds? But his weakness, I'm seeing him get hit more and more with clean shots like that, left hooks, also right hands. And if this continues, these type of shots will shorten his career. And here's another reason why I'm having a little problems with Navarrete. You see him right here? Yes, after the Garcia fight, my man is sitting on a stool. He looks beat, he looks drawn out because he has a poor diet, and he took those big shots. If he continues to do this, I'm telling you right now, his career will be shortened. But until then, he's a dominant fighter and a dominant force in the sport.
Yeah, Dre, he's a 2-division world champion. He's 35-1, and he's a guy who's got eyes on a 3rd division, but he's got work to do tonight with the title defense.
Yeah, he's got to take care of Baez tonight. That won't be easy. Baez sounded as if he was ready mentally and physically for the challenge. A lot of people say that before they get in there with Navarrete. If he can be successful tonight, I think it's time for Navarrete to move up so he can comfortably make the weight and challenge himself against bigger guys, maybe somebody along the lines of maybe a Shakur Stevenson.
But that's the guy, Mark Kriegel, he has to get through in moments. Eduardo Baez.
Look, we know what Navarrete is. There's not another fighter like him in the game. Question is, does Navarrete know what he's dealing with in that man right there? Baez, he goes, I know what I got. I got another aggressive Mexican guy in front of me. Baez says, no, that's not true. I know I can't trade with him. I have to box. We're going to see if Baez is good enough to box Navarrete, and if Navarrete is good enough to make him not box.
Yeah, he said Navarrete commits so many mistakes. He's overconfident in his power. Oh, but his power is wildly entertaining, isn't it? We have Navarrete, Baez for the WBO Featherweight World Championship right after this short break.
The sheer will of Emanuel Navarrete, who's an offensive juggernaut.
He is determined to deliver pain and punishment. That's it, TK, Emanuel Navarrete. Viva Mexico!
Choosing T-Mobile is like expecting this, but getting that. And so much more, like Netflix on us, and benefits that add up to more than $225 in value each month.
A Whopper for her, for him, and everybody? With creamy avocado spread, crispy bacon, seasoned tortilla strips, and spicy sauce, the Southwest Bacon Whopper makes any moment Whopper-worthy. The Southwest Bacon Whopper, only at Burger King.
And now, a short meditation for this crypto winter. I am calm like a mountain lake. I use Coinbase, the largest publicly traded crypto exchange. The exchange that's based in the US and has a world-class security team and protects my funds 24/7 and has over 10 years of experience weathering crypto cycles like this one. Coinbase, the most trusted crypto exchange.
Bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. There are bubbles everywhere. As an Expedia member, you earn points on top of your airline miles, so you can go and see even more of all the world's bubbles.
Thank you for taking care of Lorenzo.
For a noticeably smooth shave, Dollar Shave Club.
Does it get better than never getting lost? Does it get better than not parallel parking yourself?
Alexa, ask Smart Feed to feed the dog.
Does it get better than feeding your dog from 50 miles away? Yes, it does. At Buick, we see a future that's even better. Because the life-enhancing innovations you've never even dreamed of, Buick is dreaming of them every day.
Philips presents One Blade. Trim, edge, shave. For every style, for your style. Philips One Blade. Your style made simple. Together, we make life better.
Philips.
Back to Benzema! 1-0 to Real Madrid. Siempre somos los dueños del juego. Billones, billones, empezamos de cero. We're making it hot, we're making it hot. Dinero, dinero, y no vamos a parar.
You never know what awaits
on the world's grandest stage. Because here, the greatest city and the greatest fans fuel the greatest performances you'll ever see. How's that for an ending?
There is nothing like this atmosphere on Sunday Night Baseball.
Raise those hands. Let everybody know you went deep.
This is the time of year when things get real. Sunday Night Baseball, Sundays at 7 on ESPN.
Emanuel Navarrete has that smile. Now it'll change to that laser focus. He is as determined a guy to deliver pain and punishment as there is in the game.
Beautiful combination from Navarrete. And he goes down.
His volume is like no other. His punching power is like no other.
Navarrete, he's a barn burner. He's a buzzsaw.
Everything he's gotten, he earned it by taking it in the ring, the old school way. Once you hit Navarrete, you better get out of the way, because if not, you're going down.
Beautiful night here in San Diego as Emanuel Navarrete is back where he had his second title defense, now the third defense of this WBO featherweight title. Two-division world champion, a champ at 122, now a champ at 126, and Eduardo Baez gets his shot. This is a fighter in Baez that when you look at the Geico tail of the tape, look no further than sizing up how many punches he throws per round. We think of Emanuel Navarrete as having a high work rate. Baez throws over 90 punches per round. The featherweight average is only 58, and here comes the challenger. Had a lot of success at 122 pounds, had a 9-fight win streak there, caught one loss, has bounced back well to earn this title shot now at featherweight. Eduardo Baez. And now comes the champ. The 27-year-old who suffered his only pro loss all the way back in 2012 in his 6th pro fight. And then he has been on this incredible tear. Emanuel Navarrete, who came in as an underdog back in 2018 when he first won a title, dethroning Isaac Dogbe, absolutely destroyed him in the rematch, and he's been on an incredible tear of stopping 15 of his last 18 opponents. The champion of the world, the 126-pound titleist in the WBO, Emanuel Navarrete.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside Pechanga Arena, San Diego, California. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. Presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum, and brought to you this evening by Boost Mobile, Money is Power, and the new feature film, Samaritan, starring Sylvester Stallone, coming to Prime Video August 26th. Our judges at ringside, Dr. Lou Moret, Pat Russell, and Zachary Young. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Jack Reese. And now to everyone here inside Pechanga Arena, San Diego, California. And to everyone watching on ESPN. This is boxing. This is Top Rank. And oh, baby, this is the main event. 12 rounds for the WBO Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing first out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 125.8 pounds, wearing red trunks with black trim. His record, 21 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws. 7 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is the number 8 ranked featherweight contender, making his first attempt at a world title from Mexicali, Baja California, Mexico, Eduardo El Fantástico Baez. Introducing out of the red corner, presented in association with Zanfer Promotions. He weighed in at 125.8 pounds, wearing blue and white trunks. His record, 35 victories, 1 defeat, 29 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is the former junior featherweight world champion, making his 10th world title appearance. He is the reigning, defending WBO featherweight champion of the world from San Juan, Zitaltepec, Mexico, Emanuel Vaquero Navarrete.
Look this way, look at each other. Mouthpiece, open, abre la boca. Put it in, please. Put it in. Okay, la boca, okay. These are right at the line. Everything in here is legal. When we start getting down here, then it starts getting bad. Prestame atención, protégete en todo momento. Pelee duro, pelee limpio, toca la mano, buena suerte.
One of the best in the business is the third man inside the ropes tonight. That's Jack Reese for this title fight with Navarrete and Baez. And Dre, it was very interesting to sit with both fighters yesterday and to ask them what they thought of the other and what they thought the strategy that would be put forth would be. Because for Navarrete, he says, no, Baez is going to come out like a lion. I don't think he's going to come out and box. I prepared for him to come out. Meanwhile, Baez says, no, I plan on coming out and boxing. If I go to war with him, it's not going to go my way.
Man, it should be interesting. We're getting ready to find out.
But Timmy, the Baez of the past is a volume puncher.
He is a volume puncher, but in his last time out, he did show that he can box from the outside. That's how he got the victory. But look at the size difference. Look at Baez. He's fought at 118. He's fought at 122, 126. Whereas you have Navarrete, you can see how filled out he is. Hydrated. He's probably, I would say, about 100 and got to be at least 147 pounds.
Listen, you do this as long as we've done this, and your eye just knows. But the guy I'm looking at right now, I struggle to believe will be fighting at featherweight much longer.
You know, to be honest with you, I told you he has a poor diet. I talked to him in the fighter meetings about it. He said that one day I'll get a nutritionist, just not right now. He says, I enjoy eating what I eat, and it hasn't been a problem.
We will see.
Question that's always looming over a Navarrete fight is this the night that the mistakes catch up, the bad habits outside the ring?
No.
That's always the lingering question.
And then there are, you know, the non-conforming technique and fundamental stuff inside the ring. Baez says, you know, he sees his fundamental flaws, his defensive flaws and offensive opportunities to get after Navarrete. Like that. That's what Navarrete does, just floating off to the left and throwing that left hand.
Joet Gonzalez is the latest fighter to have gotten Navarrete's respect.
Yes.
And he told us that in the fight. He admitted he got hit with a lot of shots. He felt the shots. And he said that Joet was dirty, but Joet fought a good fight in that fight. It just wasn't quite good enough.
That was right here in this arena, in this ring, October 15th of last year. 12-round unanimous decision for Navarrete. But there were great moments for Joet Gonzalez. There was a right hand that landed in the 4th round. Gonzalez had to deal with a cut under his left eye that started early in that fight as well.
Tim, I don't think what Baez means by I'm going to be outboxing Navarrete is that necessarily he's going to be moving around the ring. He's got those hands up tight. He's respecting the power of Navarrete. I just think he means he's going to be tighter with the way he goes about things.
Check this out. Baez right now is starting to get confident. Navarrete is allowing him to hit him. And just watch when Navarrete turn it on. He's just downloading right now, letting Baez have his way, and then just watch what happens.
There he comes with the long looping left hands that we've seen before, and Baez returns fire. And then comes with a sweeping left hand of his own. Good action here at the end of round 1.
That's how you get your respect. You got to answer the champion.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
Time to turn this unruly bunch into a finely honed fighting force.
Kaboom! So allow you to ruthlessly exploit us.
Welcome to the concept of a job.
FX's Archer premieres August 24th on FXX. Stream on Hulu.
We only get what we get.
There is nothing that brings as much joy as the Little League World Series.
We just love to play. The Little League World Series continues.
Well, the old San Diego Sports Arena, now Pechanga Arena, and it is packed with loud, vocal, passionate fight fans. You gotta love that. In that first round, slow start, heated up towards the end. Both men landing 11 punches. Baez taking advantage of the guard of Navarrete for a moment, letting the hands go. There's 5 punches.
Look, you got to take into consideration that Navarrete's been out of the ring for 10 months. You know, he's typically used to fighting 4 or 5 times a year. He took a long break. And it's going to take some time to acclimate himself. I would say around 4 rounds, he'll start getting in his rhythm and he'll start landing shots.
Suéltelo, suéltelo. Stop, stop, stop.
It's good to see a fighter like Baez, who is known for coming forward, have some sort of game plan. He's thinking in there. Now we'll see if it's enough. But he's giving himself a good, putting himself in position to try to win this fight.
Navarrete came flying off the ropes with those 2 left hands.
That's something we've never seen anybody do, or at least very rarely, is hit Navarrete to the body. Everybody goes for his head. Nobody touches the body. Baez is doing that in these first 2 rounds.
7 times early on, and then Navarrete himself went underneath with the left hand. There's another left hand to the body from Baez, trying to target that belt line.
Cuidado, ¿está bien? ¿Está bien?
A little bit of separation. There was a right hand that filled the hole from Navarrete.
So far, Baez is answering every question that Navarrete presents him. He gets hit, he comes right back.
Yeah, but nothing is on those shots. Nothing's on those punches at all. from Baez. He's not a big puncher.
Should he not throw?
Oh, he has to throw. I mean, he's landing combinations. He can win the rounds on points.
Heard his corner calling out body shot, took that extra step to close the gap, landed the right hand.
Yeah, but when he throws to the body, his head is exposed right up in the middle.
Which means watch out for what's coming.
The uppercut.
That's right. Signature punch for Navarrete. 1-2 from Baez, and 4 punches returned from Navarrete.
This just in. A giant robot has landed downtown.
Hey, Craig.
Hey, guys. This is just my workout stuff.
If you have a secret identity, you need to keep it secret. And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
You're still wearing your mask, dude.
T-Mobile has 5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yup. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently, with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here, not yet. But down here, you're covered with a year of AAA roadside assistance on us. On the ground, in the air, or overseas, T-Mobile has coverage beyond the expected.
A Whopper for her, for him, and everybody? With creamy avocado spread, crispy bacon, seasoned tortilla strips, and spicy sauce.
Title challenger Eduardo Baez said, I'm coming in with a set strategy. I trust my prep. Nobody has the style like Navarrete, but I feel like I know what to do. So far, the early game plan is what you see on the screen there with the body shot. 13-5 connect advantages. Baez has gone to the body.
Yeah, Baez sees that loose body Navarrete has, and he's trying to test it.
I like how Baez is even punching with Navarrete. Normally, Navarrete gets his engine going and everybody goes on the defense. That's not what Baez is doing. He's punching with Navarrete and he's landing some shots, which ultimately backs Navarrete off and allows Baez to reset. Those punches have enough on him, Tim, because if they didn't, Navarrete wouldn't be covering up. He wouldn't be reacting. It may not be one punch power, but it's enough to get the respect of Navarrete.
Man, I'm telling you right now, if Navarrete didn't have the punching power that he possesses, he would not be where he is in the sport, man. His balance is off, the way he shoots shots, always off balance, squared up. He breaks all the rules.
And Baez has good body language. We don't talk enough about that in boxing. Even when there's nothing clean landing, he looks like the aggressor. He looks like the fighter with more energy, and that is attractive to the judges. Or at least it should be.
Yeah, he has a better technique, and he's landing his offense down to the body, mostly, on Navarrete.
So far, Navarrete's not landing those signature uppercuts. He's missing them and getting countered like you see right here. But that can change, but thus far, Baez is fighting a good fight offensively and defensively as well.
Yeah, Baez is, you tend to see lays.
Navarrete had his hands down, went straight back, and Baez followed him with that right hand.
Yeah, Baez, he typically lunges in with his head, and he's normally over his front knee.
Crowd reacting to those left hands. You can see a little bit of range in that reach advantage of Navarrete. There's the left uppercut.
Baez smothered Navarrete right there. He didn't want to punch, so he smothered Navarrete, pushed him to the ropes, and now he's getting Navarrete in a position where he can get his shots off. Good sequence right there from Baez.
See a ton of ring rust from Navarrete.
Just about to say, you start to look at that layoff now, and it materializes here in these first 3 rounds.
And his punches don't even seem to be bothering Baez at all.
Baez throws his own left uppercut. And a right.
When safe drivers save for not answering their phone while driving, they feel like a big deal.
Did you get the ice?
Even if they forgot the ice. Save up to 30% on auto insurance with USAA Safe Pilot. Get a quote today.
I just need him to be more attentive. It was one bad week.
How am I supposed to live with someone who can't even set a lineup?
She has me in 6 different leagues. It's a lot.
Sunday Night Baseball, Sundays at 7 on ESPN.
Joe, Tim, and Dre ringside with you as Eduardo Baez been working to the body. A 25-7 connect advantage to the body, Tim.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of all the tacos and all the burritos and pizza that Navarrete tends to eat during training camp. You know, Baez had a game plan. He has a game plan. He's executing that game plan tonight. He told us in the fighter meeting that's where he's going to pay most attention to, is down to Navarrete's body. No one has yet to do that. He's doing it well right now, and he's winning this fight.
309-day layoff for Emanuel Navarrete, the WBO champion.
You know, when you hear a fighter talk about their opponent's punching power as much as Baez did in our fighter meeting, you don't know if that's a good respect or a bad respect. Right now, it's looking like a good respect, the kind of respect that made Baez prepare properly, made him work on his defense so he wouldn't give Navarrete easy opportunities to land the power. And it's showing here in this fight tonight.
Bernardo, I saw you listening in to the corner of Emanuel Navarrete. What can you tell us?
Well, I spoke to Pedro Navarrete Jr., his trainer, and I asked him precisely about his hand. He says, look, it's a little stinger. He hit him on the top of the head, but it's not injured like it's been injured before. And he said, what I asked him to do is, look, you're missing your shots wildly. I need you to go to the body of Baez, and that'll settle him down.
We'll look for that.
Navarrete
falls in with that right hand.
Yes, he did, and he's accustomed, Navarrete, to losing the first couple rounds, getting in the rhythm and stepping on the gas. But when you treat your body outside of boxing the way that Navarrete does, sometimes you hit that gas pedal and that car doesn't move the way you want it to move. And again, it's always a question, is tonight the night?
You mentioned how he comes on later, and look at the title fights. 4 knockout wins after round 10, 3 knockouts in the 12th round.
Baez is just doing just enough to cut the punches down where they don't have their typical power. He's making Navarrete miss. And you see Navarrete trying to step on the gas just a little bit, but Baez steals the play.
Baez is doing a great job in not leaning forward. You know, he's standing pretty straight up, not leaning over his center line. And that's why he's not getting hit with those uppercuts from Navarrete.
That left hook that grazed the top of his head got Baez's attention. He recovered well, but he felt it.
You know, it typically takes a boxer, a boxing style, about 4 rounds to really get acclimated when you have been time off. It takes a slugger a little bit longer. Navarrete is a slugger. It might take about 6 rounds as opposed to 4 rounds.
Well, we're coming to the end of 4. We will see when he shakes off all that rust fully. Don't go anywhere. Short break.
Research shows that people remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Look what I brought!
Liberty Mutual! They customize your home insurance!
So you only pay for what you need!
Young people having a good time with insurance. Young people, good times, insurance.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Don't let go. Don't give up. You got a reason to live. Can't forget. We only get what we get. Give it to me now. Don't let go. You got the music in you.
Número 5. Navarrete.
Very good start for the upset-seeking Eduardo Baez as we are 4 rounds into our WBO featherweight title fight. An opportunity to catch up with Mark Kriegel.
I'm just wondering, does Navarrete know these rounds count? I mean,
Yes.
you can talk about ring rust and diet all you want. You are how you prepare. The other thing with Baez, you know, he is boxing. That doesn't mean you retreat. It doesn't mean you necessarily always move backward. You know, we're unfair to the word boxing. But anyway, he's boxing. This is what it looks like.
Dre, I think you often agree with that assessment as the way that both analysts and fans view that term when somebody's a boxer.
That word gets a bad rap. I mean, there is such thing as power boxing where you can beat a bully, you can dominate, and still be boxing.
Dre has it 3-1 for Baez.
Those are typically exchanges that Emanuel Navarrete will win and dominate. Thus far, that's not the case.
Better technique from Baez.
Well, he has a willingness to be in the fire with a guy who's known for his punching power and exchange punch for punch.
He took that dip to the left and came with the left hook. Baez just has a nice attitude to him, doesn't he?
Oh, yes, he does. He came here to win this championship tonight.
He said it all week long. He said, I'm going to take this from him.
Whoa, nice chopping right hand by Baez, just taking advantage of all the flaws, all the horrible positions that Navarrete likes to get into.
Navarrete tried to chase him down with a right hand.
Baez is having success because he has a game plan, which is to be smart, have his hands up, not to be reckless. He's also showing the heart and mental toughness to answer Navarrete in key moments and key spots to get his respect. He's taking the shot of Navarrete well, but he's also delivering a good shot. He's not known to be a puncher, but trust me, Navarrete feels those shots to the body and to the head.
Stop. Cuidado. ¿Está bien? Stop. No. Right? Pelea.
Punch combination from the champ. Digs to the body with that left hand.
Time to turn this unruly bunch into a finely honed fighting force.
Kaboom! So allow you to ruthlessly exploit us.
Welcome to the concept of a job.
FX's Archer premieres August 24th on FXX. Stream on Hulu.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
A practiced spicy crispy chicken sandwich eater knows. Keep one hand on the sandwich and one hand on the drink.
Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is brought to you by Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. Some of the action between the champ Navarrete and the challenger who's off to a good start, Eduardo Baez, who had a 21-19 connect advantage in that last round, the fifth round. Title defense tonight in our main event. A week from tonight, we will see two former world titleists in the main event as Jose Pedraza takes on Richard Comey, and also the top heavyweight prospect in the world, Jared Anderson, will be in action next Saturday night from Tulsa, Oklahoma on ESPN.
Navarrete at the start of this round is trying to do Navarrete type of things, just not having the effect that he typically would have. Baez is perfectly poised, watching,
putting that
looking,
defense on,
seeing everything that Navarrete is throwing, conserving energy, and looking to pick it up as this round goes on.
Pedro Navarrete had a sense of urgency in the corner, telling him, look, I need you to have a sense of urgency because this fight is getting away from you. Oh, here it goes.
And how quickly things can change. And it's it's over. How quickly things can change. Emanuel Navarrete, who looked like a fighter coming off a long layoff. Imperfect, flawed, needing to find his rhythm. And just as we're hearing the report that his trainer said, you have to have a sense of urgency, the fight is over.
He is so hurt right now. He has no idea what's going on with his body.
The liver shot ends it in 6.
He is still in pain right now, and that liver is still pulsating at this very moment.
That's the power that you talked about from Navarrete that bails him out
all the time,
and that allows him to make the mistakes and gets away with it. But this first 6 rounds, or 5 or 6 rounds, should be a template for future Emanuel Navarrete opponents. The way that Baez performed, but it's not a 5-round, 6-round fight. It's a 12-round fight or less, and Navarrete did what Navarrete does. He finds the shot or the rhythm that he needs to get the job done.
It was evident that the weight cut was draining for Navarrete.
And the layoff.
The layoff.
And the layoff.
Losing the 40 to 50 pounds he gains in between fights.
Seemed like a normal round where Baez was doing what he's been doing, boxing well. Navarrete just threw a right uppercut, just landed the perfect shot on the liver of Baez. Just a beautiful shot that fighters throw and work on all the time in the gym. Right uppercut, he didn't see it coming, boom. Didn't have a chance to brace or deflect the shot. Delayed reaction, he thought about it. He said, I need to go down. The referee counted right in front of Baez's face. He didn't have what it took to get up because that shot paralyzes that right side and it takes all the wind out of you.
My goodness. Baez did a good job at avoiding leaning forward that time. He leaned a little bit over that front knee. Navarrete set him up with that uppercut just to get him to bring those arms in, and then came around that right elbow right in the liver.
Well placed. Well placed. Bam.
That set up. That was a setup combination right there that ended this match.
We're going to take a short break and come back and get the official particulars and hear from Emanuel Navarrete. Knockout shout to the liver. Done in 6.
Does it get better than never getting lost? Does it get better than not parallel parking yourself?
Alexa, ask Smart Feed to feed the dog.
Does it get better than feeding your dog from 50 miles away? Yes, it does. At Buick, we see a future that's even better. Because the life-enhancing innovations you've never even dreamed of, Buick is dreaming of them every day.
It's true. Everyone gets a free new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 with the Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
Really? Even if my old phone looks like this?
Why?
How could you? It's okay, people. I've trained for this.
It's not complicated. New and existing customers get a free Galaxy Z Flip 4 with the Galaxy trade-in. Any year, any condition.
I just need him to be more attentive.
It was one bad week.
How am I supposed to live with someone who can't even set a lineup?
She has me in 6 different leagues. It's a lot.
We don't argue every day, just Sundays. And then Monday nights, waiver wire Wednesdays, lineup tweak Thursdays.
It's every day.
Free agent Friday.
Just say every day.
Starts at Saturday.
You never know what awaits on the world's grandest stage. Because here, the greatest city and the greatest fans feel the greatest performances you'll ever see. How's that for an ending?
Football is an evil, soul-murdering, gorgeous, sloppy, beautiful mess. It's like the worst drug on planet Earth.
FX's Welcome to Wrexham premieres August 24th on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Boy, Emanuel Navarrete, the world champion, didn't look that great tonight, but he looked great for one single moment, didn't he? And that was the liver shot that ended it. Let's get the official particulars.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Pechanga Arena, San Diego, this bout comes to a conclusion at 1 minute 5 seconds of round number 6 for your winner by knockout and still WBO featherweight champion of the world, Emanuel Vaquero Navarrete.
So Navarrete with the third defense of his WBO featherweight title. It happens with the 6-round knockout of the single body shot to the liver. One ringside judge had Baez up in a clean sweep. Another judge had Baez up, and then one judge was favoring Navarrete. But all that matters is what he did at the end, Bernardo, that power shot that ended it.
Absolutely. Emanuel, describe what the first 5 rounds were like, because you finished it in the 6th. Describe lo que fueron esos primeros 5 episodios de una pelea muy competitiva, porque ya al final vino en el 6º.
Oh, la verdad que como lo pronostiqué al inicio de que se presentó esta oportunidad con Baez, Baez es un peleador bastante fuerte, siempre nunca lo quise dar por menos, me preparé bien, pero se complicó de más, no lo encontrábamos, era muy complicado, pero al final, gracias a Dios, se le dio el resultado.
I expected a fight like this. I never underestimated Eduardo Baez. I always knew that he was an excellent fighter, and the fact that he hit pretty hard, and it was a lot more complicated than I anticipated, but then came that shot, and I was able to finish him. Describe lo que fue ese knockout y la mano con la que lo terminaste. Describe the finishing shot, but also that left hand which bothered you.
La verdad fue un golpe muy mexicano, creo yo, es un gancho al hígado, esos golpes son muy letales. Es difícil que un peleador lo soporte y la verdad que no lo tengo muy bien hecho, pero me salió muy bien.
Look, that's a very Mexican punch. It comes with my blood, and you can see I don't throw a perfect left hook like you're used to seeing, but this one came out perfect for me, and you saw the result because not many guys can take that shot. The weight cut, how much did it affect you and the layoff when you come into this fight? ¿Qué tanto te afectó el tener que dar el peso y los 10 meses alejado del ring?
Sí, creo que fue parte de lo que se me complicó. El tiempo fuera del ring fue bastante, mucho tiempo más bien. El bajar de división nuevamente después de la ausencia también me costó bastante y creo que fueron factores importantes para que esta noche fuese un poco más complicada.
I'm not going to deny the fact that those 10 months away from the ring made it hard for me. And, you know, at the end of the day, coming down and melting myself down to 126 pounds was difficult, and that did have to affect how hard this fight was. ¿Es la última vez que te vemos en peso pluma o cuál es el plan? What's the plan moving forward? Is this the last time we see you at featherweight?
No sé, la verdad quiero descansar un poco de esta preparación tan larga y de esta velada. Y vamos a platicar todo el equipo. Yo creo que tenemos un poquito de tiempo para pensarlo, para meditarlo, checar opciones y pues de ahí designar qué puede venir para mí en 126 o 130.
I want to enjoy this moment. I want to enjoy this victory and rest from what was a long, hard camp and a weight cut. But I think I'm going to sit down with my team, and we have a lot of options. So I'm going to weigh those options, see what's best, and then we'll make our choice. Joe, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much. Very obvious option. Go to 130 pounds. You got Shakur Stevenson there, possibly Oscar Valdez. He said, I don't throw a perfect left hook, but it's perfect for me. Was it ever? And it was the end for Eduardo Baez. Short break, and we'll wrap things up from San Diego.
Took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959.
Then we took a hard left in East Africa.
A right at Baja. A 180 in the empty quarter.
And that 65-degree incline at Hell's Revenge.
But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
If Mark, Mr. Cartoon Machado, didn't have the fighting spirit to draw out his passion, he never would have turned chrome into a canvas. If he let a lack of tools stop him, he never would have started tattooing using a homemade machine. And if he listened to those who said you need an art degree, he never would have perfected the street look that made him a street legend. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
With DirecTV, I can get live TV and on demand together. Football, housewives. Football, housewives. Football, housewives.
Whoops.
Oh no.
The housewives are on the field. I repeat, the housewives are on the field.
I just want to talk!
Who flips the table?
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
Philips presents One Blade. Trim, edge, shave. For every style, for your style. Philips One Blade. Your style made simple. Together, we make life better.
Philips.
Men put their skin through a lot. Day in, day out. That's why Dove Men Body Wash has skin-strengthening nutrients and moisturizers that help rebuild your skin. Dove Men Plus Care. Smoother, healthier skin with every shower.
Getting outdoors is all about the experience, the challenge, the views, the victories. We put that in a bottle. Clean ingredients like coconut oil, activated charcoal, and shea butter. Everyman Jack. Naturally derived, outdoor inspired.
There is nothing that brings as much joy as the Little League World Series.
We just love to play. The Little League World Series continues on ESPN.
Fumble of joy.
More than a Thielen.
You hear what Darth Vader had to do after losing last week?
Is it as bad as what happened to Game of Jones?
Morning.
You want to talk about? What we were talking about earlier tonight was the grandson of the GOAT, Muhammad Ali's grandson, Nico Ali Walsh. This is how it started the evening. Great body shot to score a second-round knockout. He is now 6-0 with 5 knockouts here at the arena where his grandfather fought in 1973. Then it was our main event, and it's the WBO featherweight world champion, Emanuel Navarrete. Very slow start. Didn't look that good, but he finished it with a body shot of his own for a knockout in 6. We will be back with Top Rank Boxing on ESPN next Saturday night. For now, we get it back to Neil and Linda.
Glad you're with us on the State of Boxing after an impressive liver shot knockout for Emanuel Navarrete against Eduardo Baez. Mark Kriegel, Andre Ward, Timothy Bradley, Bernardo Suna, Joe Tessitore making his way to the set momentarily. But in the end, all we care about is how a fight finishes. But Dre, there was some moments where Emanuel Navarrete was having trouble with the fighter in Eduardo Baez that was just supposed to be in there probably for these 6 rounds.
It was the kind of trouble that Navarrete showed tonight. It was, you know, his offense, which is what bails him out most nights, and bailed him out again tonight. It looked slower than normal.
Yes.
He did it slow of foot, and Baez was answering those moments where Navarrete would typically dominate a fight. And yes, the power bailed him out, and yes, for television, that's all you worry about. But for Team Navarrete, they got to make some changes. I don't think he should come back down to 126 because every time, the more vulnerable Navarrete looks, the more emboldened the next opponent is going to be. He needs to try his hand at a 3rd division at 130 pounds. It will be harder. Guys are bigger up there. They can take the shot and they can deliver a heavy shot. But I think that's the only option for Emanuel Navarrete at this point.
It don't matter what weight this guy go to. 130, 135, 126. This dude has trouble making weight. He's not disciplined. That's the problem with Navarrete. And by the way, I guaranteed your knockout. He did. It scared me for a minute. He got it. But he did not look impressive tonight at all. At all. Slow. Looked like he had molasses in his body. It was horrible. I thought it was a terrible performance by Navarrete, even though he got the knockout win.
It's not a problem they don't make weight. It's his problem. Part of your preparation is how you fight. Okay, so that's an excuse. And if he wants to use it, that's his problem. Joe said that one of the judges.
Yes.
That's true.
It's true. One of the judges had him.
I am now tempted to argue for mandatory testing of all judges for hallucinogen.
Well, after we saw with the Santillán fight.
If Navarrete won a round before that 6th round, I missed it. The great drama, you were right, the great drama in this show tonight was Baez. He fights the fight of his life. I don't care if the other guy's out of shape or not. He did what he said he was going to. It took courage. It took fortitude. It took training. It took discipline. He executed it perfectly except for that one moment. And you can see Jack Reese is giving him that time. 7, 8, 9. I'm thinking the guy's going to get up.
Couldn't do it.
And he couldn't do it. And you see his, not his life, but you see his career flash before him. He knows this is my night. And it ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Well, it was his night for about 15 minutes, and then came that last minute, or the first minute of that 6th round, and his